Hey y'all, hope you're having a good day. Matt Estridge here with Fit Diesel. Today's topic, fad diets and why they don't work, part 2. So let's take it to the whiteboard. The fad diet and what happens to Bob. Because Bob, he wants Nutrisystem. He's gonna go with that one. Bob wants 13 pounds in 1 month, just like the commercial says. So Bob orders Nutrisystem and they send him pizza and fries and everything else that he likes, right? No thinking, no learning, no guessing, no weighing. As they say, no measuring, no counting, no weighing. So Bob didn't have to do any of that. Well, that sounds good, right? The easy way. Well, here's the problem with that when it comes to your nutritional dietary plan and what you're going to do and why you cannot go without an education in this. And that's why you go back to the same, because you don't know why or how or when. You have no idea. Again, you're putting that black piece of tape over the gas tank and just driving on. You have no clue what your maintenance is and your metabolic rate, and you don't know any of the tools along the way and education along the way and the science to back up what you're doing. Let's say Bob has a metabolic rate of 3,000 calories. Now Bob doesn't know that. Nutrisystem didn't tell him how to find that, and Nutrisystem doesn't know that either. Well, let's just say that Bob gets extremely lucky with Nutrisystem and they just happen to send him a meal plan that is 500 calories in a deficit, 7 days a week. So Bob's gonna lose 3,500 calories a week, 1 pound. In 4 weeks, Bob's lost 4 pounds of fat. All right, so 3,500 calories a week times 4 weeks, 4 pounds. Here's what Nutrisystem is not telling you in many of the diets on those infomercials. 13 pounds in 1 month. Well, we know Bob just lost 4 pounds in a month. Next bullet. There's 3 to 4 pounds of water per 1 pound of body fat. So 3 pounds, we'll choose that. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. 3 pounds of water times 4 pounds equals 12 pounds. So now, of that 13 pounds that they told you you're gonna lose, and they didn't tell you they're gonna lose so much fat and so much water, they said they're gonna make you lose 13 pounds. So again, they're not lying so far. The next bullet, carbohydrate. Now this is where everyone's like, well, yeah, I know fat loss is there. And I know that there's gonna be water associated with that, but people just don't know how much water on average. But then it gets down to a deeper level where this is gonna be a small percentage of people who think of this and know this. Carbohydrates. See, Bob, to lose weight on Nutrisystem, he had to reduce calories. And that is gonna come with a reduction of, could be protein, carb, and fat, since they're sending him a meal plan. He's not focused on any macronutrient particularly, and they aren't either. But he's gonna lose carbohydrate. Let's say that Bob has 300 grams of carbs in his diet before he started at that 3,000 calorie metabolic rate. Again, they didn't know that, and he doesn't know that. He doesn't know he takes in 300 grams of carbs, and neither does Nutrisystem. Let's say he just drops down 100 grams of carbs. It's unlikely he's gonna drop more than that. Let's just make it easy and give them the benefit of the doubt. He's down to 200 grams of carbohydrate. Well, 200 grams of carbohydrate minus from 300 is 100 grams of carbohydrate. Now, 100 grams of carbohydrate times 4 grams of water per 1 gram of carbohydrate equals 0.88 pounds. So almost a pound of loss just by reducing carbohydrate. Does that sound familiar? When you first start dieting, it's like, oh, I'm down a couple pounds. Water. The ketogenic diet. Oh, I've lost a few pounds, or up to 9-10 pounds in a week. Water. You went from several hundred grams of carbohydrate in keto down to probably 25 to 30 grams of carbohydrate a day. 4 grams of water per 1 gram of carbohydrate. So back to Bob. Bob has lost 16.88 pounds. Plus, see, Nutrisystem didn't care about Bob's muscle mass. They didn't tell Bob the proper protein ratio to weight ratio in grams or the kilogram equation to stop lean body mass loss. Not stop it, reduce lean body mass loss. Again, that's organ tissue and so on, and many other factors for another video, but muscle mass is involved in that. So we don't know how much lean body mass that Bob lost. So muscle and organ and so on, double question here. So he lost more than 16.88 pounds because I guarantee Bob lost muscle. So that's the minimum he's lost. So here's the bad news. What they didn't tell Bob, and this is the problem, nutritionists or dietitians, they understand health, and they understand micronutrients, and they understand equations to get you into fat loss, and they can definitely help you out. But to the level of detail of what I'm about to tell you here, and some of this, it's not taken into account. It's not that detailed. And the orchestration of metabolic building, which most of them have never even heard of, or diet breaks and when to give them how often, calorie cycling, carb cycling, for training time periods while in a deficit, how much fat to give and when to get a break on that or not due to hormones, and all that is a lot of information, and it's a very big deal to be optimal. They didn't tell Bob how to start. They didn't tell him what his metabolic rate was. They didn't tell him how to find his metabolic rate. And they sure didn't tell him how much fiber to get in a day, which would keep Bob honest. Because if you eat a decent amount of fiber, which is healthy for you, you cannot just eat Twinkies all day. You can have something. That's why I said you can have a flexible diet and eat the foods you like with hitting the numbers, and you will be successful. But that doesn't mean go eat Twinkies all day long. It's not the if it fits your macros diet here, folks. And they didn't tell Bob how to finish for sure. So Bob returns to the previous diet. Bob went back to 3,000 calories, and likely because his ghrelin levels, which is the hormone that signals your brain that you're hungry, well, it's pretty hungry because you've been on diet. So you're gonna overeat. And you're not gonna know when you're overeating because you're not a calorie counter. Bob's metabolic rate, the calories Bob needs a day to stay that weight, has lowered from his 3,000 calorie maintenance in the beginning, which Bob didn't know and Nutrisystem didn't know. We just gave it as an example. Let's say that Bob's metabolic rate went down to 2,800 calories and Bob goes back to 3,000. Well, Bob's gaining 200 calories a day for 7 days, 1,400 calories. So 1,750 calories is half a pound. So he hasn't gained half a pound back yet. But Bob's ghrelin levels, that hormone signaling the brain to say, I'm really hungry, Bob's gonna overeat. And that's why people end up gaining more weight than they started with, is they overeat. Because why? Well, Nutrisystem said you don't have to weigh yourself or weigh your food or calorie count, so Bob doesn't know what he's taking in. He doesn't know that when he goes to that restaurant versus being at home, that burger at the restaurant is going to be 1,600 calories easy. And if he's putting bacon and cheese and other things on it and some other dressings that are high calorie, easy 2,000 calories in a day. And if his metabolic rate is 2,800, well, Bob just has to eat 800 more calories and he's at maintenance. I definitely think he's going to do that between breakfast and dinner. They bro dieted Bob. What that means, a bro diet for bodybuilding competitors or physique competitors, bikini division, that's the diet that bodybuilders just follow for years, and they just do it because some other bodybuilder did it and somebody else did it, and it works, but it just works to get you there, and partially not even the best look sometimes. And then when you go back, you just gain all this weight. That's why you'll see some bodybuilders in LC just be really huge. They gain like 15 pounds in a week or something, and that's going to be fat, and you're overshooting it. You're getting that yo-yo dieting factor going on. So dieting is not one size fits all. The fad diets that send Bob, who has 3,000 calories a day, and maybe he's a 200-pound person or 225-pound person, well, they're going to send Susie the same meal system. Now you tell me, how does one meal system, the same food, same calories, going for a 225-pound male going to fit for a 100-pound female, for example? Or what if it's a 180-pound female and a 350-pound male and they're overweight? You think that's going to be the same exact meal plan? No. The answer is no. That's not going to work. Here's the deal. Dieting is complex. It's much more than just what we say calorie in, calorie out. I've said, yes, that's all it is. That is all it is. But it's the in-between knowledge that matters, because you have to know how to get down there. You have to know that you can't just lose weight linear. You will have plateaus, and you have to know how to get to those plateaus. You have to know when to do diet breaks to regulate some hormones and tell your body it's not starving so you'll lose more weight. I know that's definitely something you probably haven't heard, and that's contradictory to what you ever heard. Or you have to increase exercise and keep the calories the same. Sometimes you do both. After so long on dieting, you may have to return to more of a maintenance, a new maintenance, to give yourself a break for a while. Let your body regulate again and the hormone levels come back to normal, especially in men. Testosterone lowers while dieting. Women, it affects you as well, progesterone and testosterone. So if you're going to do this right, find a professional. Find someone that can speak this stuff out loud, that can educate, can back up what they're saying with the science and with proof of testimonials. If you need help and your back's against the wall and you've been starving, I promise you, you do not have to do that. And here soon, my guy Rick out there, Rick's went from like 1,900 calories and change to literally this week, he's just short of 3,200 calories. And for my buddy Rick out there and his coworkers are saying, well, you've lost weight and your pant sizes are down, your shirts are fitting differently. Well, Rick hadn't even dieted. We went from 1,900 calories and change to almost 3,200 calories, people. And I'm just going to guess real quick because I have a lot of clients. I think it's around 9 or 10 weeks, if I'm right out there, Rick. When we have him on down the road, after we diet him, and we show you what we've done, and just like a testimonial like Sean Jarrell, you're going to start seeing more evidence and more evidence. I got another good one out there. Former pro NFLer. He's going to be a good example too. He's never been able to get that body fat down to what he wants or really lose it, and he's going to, and his calories are up too, and he's seeing it. So fitdieselstrength.com. Just go to that nutrition page or that strength and conditioning page if you want workouts and for athletes, or if you want the nutrition, or if you can't afford a one-on-one coach, the dietary interface. A very cool system. Took me a long time to create. Thanks to Taylor out there. He's the computer programmer behind it, and it's very intelligent. Colin Congo, our pro PNBA competitor, he's using it right now. He's loving it. Him and I are also talking to one another because he's a pro, he's been doing it for years, but you need to take that emotional out of it and have a coach. But this system allows you to do that because it's not emotional. It's scientific, it's mathematical, and it has experience built into that code. So check that out because it's very affordable if you do not want to go with a one-on-one coach that can cost quite a bit per month. All right, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope it was scientific for you. Have a great day, and God bless.